you just at Women in Music for a Billboard the other night?
Yes.
How was that?
That was incredible. Like, it's one of my favorite nights to go and just feel the energy, because there's so much positivity and there's so much support, and I feel like everyone is just having a good time. The winners are already announced, or it isn't really winners, it's more like people getting recognition.
Yeah,
you
honorees.
know? Honorees, exactly. And it was a nice dinner. We got some real food.
Okay.
Sometimes they give you like a little cheese just for it to look like you have food on the camera, but it's like a nice dinner.
To make it look like they're feeding you, but really no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, wait, what did they serve? Like, listen, this is, I think, award shows are super, we're all super curious, like, what happens? Because I feel like, this is where, like, these are the nights where, if you weren't friends with Lizzo before, this is the night where you guys became friends, met each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
I was a little shy that day for some reason. I felt a little anxious and like, I don't know, I was just in awe of all the women in there. Like, I was sitting right next to SZA, and it was just so incredible to see her in real life, because she feels like this magical, like, ethereal fairy, and then she's just right there. And she's so sweet, and everyone's so nice. I saw Chloe, I saw Sabrina Carpenter, we were talking for a little while, Kim. I said there's just so many like beautiful women in that room. And then of course Sylvia Rohn, the CEO of Epic, was getting recognized as the executive of the year, which was really nice. So I was there with her.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it was amazing.
Did you make any new friends that night, or did you pretty much know her?
I feel like Kim Petras and I just loved her energy. Yeah. So if I ever bump into her again, like I would love to party with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do a full like going out. I think she would be a vibe.
I was just checking out the video, and I loved it.
Thank
you step inside an elevator, and you see another woman in the elevator with you, and you realize that that's you.
Yeah.
I'm getting this right? Okay, good. It's very funny to me, because I noticed that, like, when you go and you like put the hands up with the other woman, you both have the same nails. So even though you were the more conservative your nails were still fire. It didn't matter.
Thank you. We didn't have time to do different nails, actually. I was thinking about that. I was like, oh man, because it was so much back and forth. Like, I obviously had to do both of the like Zara's, So we were like, oh man, like we have to do just the same nails. But it would have been great to have different nails. But I'm kind of having the same nails today.
No,
too.
and I was looking
like
too. Like, if she got the same nails from the video, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah, almost. I love a little neutral vibe with a little fun tip.
No, I like those.
Yeah, I love that you saw the manicure.
No, I do. When I watch, like, anytime I watch a video, I'm like pulling it apart. But usually, usually in a good way. It's an amazing video to watch. Like, visually, it's
fun.
Draws
I think
you
it
in.
represents the song really well, which is just about, as I say, party all night, going out, having fun, but also being like free and unapologetically yourself, and kind of embracing that wild side. And the more regular me is kind of seeing this crazier, wilder me. And then in the end of the video, we merge together, and like the regular me kind of embrace that free side. And that's the kind of vibe I would love for the energy that I have for the upcoming album, but also just for the rest of the year. Like, I really just want to have fun and kind of do whatever I want, and not think so much about what other people think about me in like a healthy, good way.
You think that's sort of a metaphor, like, of what we've been through during the pandemic, and then it wasn't like I didn't feel like we just sort of had like this break of like, okay, now is it over? Is it over?
Totally.
We're constantly like kind of like, is it over? No, I'm not wearing a mask.
I know. Like, I'm going to this TV show next week, and they're still doing tests. So I'm like, wait, like, how are we doing?
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like, should we go out? Should we hang out? But I feel like it's back, and people are ready. I mean, I'm from Sweden, and I don't know if you knew, but we were like, COVID? What is that?
Yeah, I know.
About that.
I think I told you in another, but my husband was an exchange student in Sweden.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're still very close to his Swedish family.
I love.
And so, so they would always keep us updated. They're just like, yeah, we're going to the coffee shop. It's like, we don't even have a coffee shop to go to. They're all closed.
I know. It was different for us. But it's definitely something that I feel like a lot of people can relate to still, and just being excited to go out and have fun and like enjoy life.
Yeah.
It's definitely about time. Last year was kind of like a little soft launch into that, and then 2023 is just gonna be like the most amazing summer. I think everyone's gonna just really enjoy themselves. That's what I wish for, at least.
Well, going back to our previous interview, I remember I talked to you and it was video, but you were not at home. You were at a hotel not far away from where you live in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I didn't ask you about this, but I was just like, are you like a hotel person? Would you rather be in a hotel than your own home? Because I get that way.
I love a good hotel. Sometimes,
me too.
Yeah, like I'm such a hotel snob. I just love like a good hotel, and especially if they have a good restaurant.
Right.
Like I love an experience.
Yeah.
So I think I was probably there with my boyfriend, and sometimes when I do like sponsored posts on Instagram, like say like a skincare brand that I'm an ambassador for, if I'm taking the picture for like the Instagram post or whatever, I'm like, I'm gonna check into a hotel to do that. I deserve that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm not really the one paying for this.
Yeah.
It's the brand paying for this.
Can you remember like
Right,
it's
I'm
not
actually
me.
paying for it. But it's like the sponsor post paying for it.
That is a great arrangement if you
yeah.
can get it. Do you have a favorite hotel? Or do you have I mean, you may break it down to like every city you have a favorite hotel, but is there a favorite of them all?
Well, I actually do have to say it is one in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And it's called A Home.
Okay.
And it really feels like a home. It's like a home outside. It's like a better version of your home.
Oh.
You know what I mean? No matter how
My
you
home,
live,
definitely.
No matter how you live, it's just a little.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. The food is amazing. It feels like, you can go down to the restaurant, you can go out to your room, and you're like, they're like, what do you want? What are you hungry for? And you're like, I kind of want a fish. And they're like, we're gonna fix that for you.
We got you.
Yeah, and it feels like, and it's beautiful interior. It's in a stunning place in Stockholm, so I really love that. And then I was at the Ritz in Paris for the first time for my boyfriend's birthday.
Nice.
And that's like very classic,
Right.
old, like luxury, you know what I mean? But I don't know if that was I actually don't know if I loved that.
Yeah, because I don't want to feel like I have to wear a tuxedo just to go to a hotel.
I mean?
Yeah, that's.
Like, we were kind of casual, and every time we went into the hotel, they were like, ma'am, where are you going? Like, do you know where you're going? And I'm like, yeah, I stay here. Like, I'm going to my room. And
I'm
like,
a guest, Pierre.
So, I don't know, but it was a fun experience. Yeah.
Nice. I just saw online, and I know we don't have a ton of time, but I just saw online too. Props to you for defending Meghan Trainor. Somebody criticized her.
I love her.
For making TikTok music,
And
whatever that even is.
We all know Meghan has been making fun bops.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Like have you not heard all about that bass?
Yeah, that's
like,
what.
No.
Yeah.
That's what she does. And I feel like, as I said, TikTok was created for Meghan.
It totally
not
is.
the other way around.
Well, how do you feel about that though? Because it does feel like there is a bit of like, for a song to become a big hit, like there has to be some sort of, the usage on TikTok. Just there has to be some sort of action there.
Yeah.
And has that made things difficult to get your music heard or out to a larger audience, or? And is there ever that thought of like, okay, yeah, the kid's gonna be doing a dance to this. I can't wait to put
that's
song
what
up.
you want. I can't lie. As an artist, the best platform to get your music out there is
the radio. But other than that.
Right, the radio and TikTok. But it's true. It really is though. Like radio and TikTok is what or like, you know, playlisting, but I do feel like even in these times, maybe you guys can agree with this, like even the radio would look at what is popular right now on TikTok, or like what is popular right now.
Because where the radio comes in, like we don't have the room, and people don't have the attention span to hear everything that's out there. Whereas like on TikTok, there's room for anything and everything, and you just never know what.
And that is the beauty of it. But as like an artist who, because there can be so many amazing artists, like look at Ray, you know, who just had a huge hit with Escapism that really wasn't catering to a TikTok audience, and there's a lot of songs that are just amazing songs that make it really, really big, and I feel like that would have been hard, especially for an independent artist, without like that opportunity. So I do think it does amazing things for artists, but I can only speak for myself when I say this, and of course you always want like a trend or a dance or a lot of people to use your song, because that means that more people will hopefully listen to your song. But I don't try to make it for TikTok, you know? I still want it to be a good, fun song by itself. And then if it makes it big on TikTok, it's like, yes, you know? But I don't blame people for doing it. But I just think Megan is like a great writer, and I think she's smart. You know, she did sample a big TikTok track in there. Bum, 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 bum. How does it go? I don't know.
But you were pretty close.
So you know, she knows what she's doing. But I love her, and I love fun pop. I will defend all the pop girlies to the end of the universe, because that's just who I am. Like I'm a pop girl, and I feel like people should give us respect.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Exactly. All right, and finally, you also said I was reading something, and actually, I remember this from like a couple of weeks ago. But you were talking about talking in a movie theater, and you are a person who will talk in a movie theater, and I was very surprised. I didn't think that you would be a talker, and I have to say, I'm on the other side. Let's break it down a little bit. You had said that if you don't like talking in a theater, then don't come to the theater. Yeah. But at the same time, you said that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to laugh and scream and hoot and holler and you know, do character dissection and all that type of stuff. That's what you should expect when you go to the movies. I'm totally okay with all that. The problem is, and I don't know, maybe this doesn't happen in Sweden, but in the US, people are having full-on conversations about their cousin and their brother, and their dog took a poop on the rug, and all this horrible things. My job sucks, and da-da-da-da-da. There's like a therapy session going on behind you while you're trying to watch
what happened? I did post that TikTok, and because we were going to a movie we were in New York. And you're quite right. I think how we view movies in the cinema in Sweden is quite different from here in the US. Like we're, as a people, are just very much, we're way more held back and like a little more respectful, I think you could say. But even when there's a comedy, we don't really laugh out loud. We don't really scream when there's a scary movie. And I think that's ultimately what I want. I want everybody to be like engaging. But then after I posted that TikTok, and you know, I'm a little dramatic for the internet. I'm like, I'm disrespectful. When really, I don't think you should be disrespectful in the theater. You know, I think you can keep a little chat going, like in a very low tone, like if you want to talk to your friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like talk to the person next to you.
Then we sat down and we were watching Megan, and you know, the robot little kid movie, scary movie. And it was two people right behind us who were doing exactly that. Yeah. They would not shut up for the whole movie. And I was like, this is the universe punishing me right now.
Right.
They are like,
karma.
Yes. And I just thought about it, and I was like, oh, I should have never posted that. Like, I take it back. I take everything back.
Exactly.
It was really ironic. Like, I looked at Vendela, who's here, and we were like, this has to be a joke. Yeah. It has to be a joke.
And you know, had you said something.
I've never experienced that, and now it happens. Like one day after I posted that video, and they were taking phone calls. They were like, no, it was insane. And I was like, what is going on? Stop it. It was crazy.
I'm glad I'm glad that happened. But not in a mean way, in a respectful way.
Yeah, no, it did change me. It did change me a little bit because I've actually never experienced that, and I've never acted that way myself.
Yeah.
I've just like, I think that, you know, when you're with people, it's like a social experience, and I do think like a little comment here and there is fine, but having a full-on conversation so other people can hear you like in the whole theater about something that has nothing to do with the movie.
So you've never actually seen somebody like pick up a phone call in a theater and have a
No, that was the first.
I have.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's America, baby.
It happens next door.
No, that was the first time. It was the first time. I don't like that.
Well, on to more pleasant things about movie theaters, real quick. What's your favorite theater snack? Like when you go to the movie theater,
You know
what
what
do you
I
get?
do? I sneak in food.
Oh, you're her. You're that one.
Yeah.
What do you sneak in?
I can sneak in like a pizza or like Chinese, any kind of noodle. A dumpling.
You know, I know you're talking like maybe like a personal size, like small pizza, but of course when you said I sneak in a pizza, I thought like gigantic 18-inch pie.
Anybody want a slice?
Yeah, that's not sneaking it in.
I don't know. I think, but you know, in my defense, I think just like make the movies like a fun little. Because when you go into a theater, how many times is it like sold out?
Yeah.
It's rare, you know?
Yeah. There's always at least a few seats.
There's always, at least where I go, maybe I just go to like cinemas where nobody wants to go.
Yeah, I know you might, because it's hard to get a ticket if it's a big movie around here. Forget it.
The last one though that I was like, oh okay, wow,
Yeah.
I haven't seen this in a while was Avatar.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everybody was that was packed out for
one
that.
was packed. So that was like, okay, let's keep it. You know, I wasn't talking too much during that movie because there was so many people around.
Yeah, right.
Also, I have to say one thing too.
Okay.
Here, the seats are like.
Yeah, we're big people.
And then.
Big Reed over here, where's he at? They make the seats for him.
And then space, and then there's the next. It's like in Sweden, I feel like it will be like sitting on this.
Yeah.
And then there's the next person there, and the next person there, and the next person there. So like, you are a little bit more free to just whisper a bit.
Yeah, it's
without
because it's like you're in your
anyone
house.
can hear you here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm happy we are on the same page now.
Yeah, we are. We're simpatico here. All right, everybody. Zara Larsson. Always a joy to talk to you.